Am I the asshole for buying out an entire vending machine? My boyfriend, male, 22, started buying vending machines and putting them in businesses. He has about 5 of them in apartments, gyms, and office buildings. It's just a side business that's been pretty slow, and he's been feeling down about how his sales are doing. Right now, he is between jobs as he is working on finishing up getting his real estate license. But I also know he has quite a bit of bills/rent to worry about. I, 24 female, have been trying to offer to pay for things recently, but he always refuses and got a feeling that he is embarrassed about it. We are going out to a fancy restaurant for Valentine's Day, and I could tell he is a little bit stressed about it, so I told him we could cancel and go elsewhere, but he said no and that he's got it covered. So this week, I decided to visit one of the vending machines that is in an apartment clubhouse/office/common area, and I brought a few plastic bags. I bought out a good amount of the vending machine. I didn't buy all of it out because I didn't want him to be stressed that it was empty and people would be pissed off that it was empty or something, lol. I kept the snacks in a drawer at my house and drank the energy drinks in the morning before work. Later that night, I went to his apartment to stay over. I always put my lunch for work the next day in his fridge as well as my energy drink or coffee drink for the morning. I brought one of the monsters from his vending machine as I could have easily just bought it at Walmart, so he would never know I got it from his machine. I do usually bring Celsius or a Starbucks triple shot, so it wasn't my usual drink to bring over, but again, I thought nothing of it. Put the drink in his fridge and set my overnight bag down in his room and went to watch TV. He then grabbed my keychain wallet and unzipped it. I laughed and said, "What are you doing?" I didn't think much of this. He pulled out one of my credit cards and let out a giant wow. Except it wasn't one of those surprised or happy wows. It was almost like a disappointed wow. He explained to me that apparently whenever a transaction is made at one of the machines, he gets a notification stating how much the purchase was slash the item that they took. He said earlier today he noticed a $105 purchase all at once. Yes, $105. I bought about 30 items. He said he was so happy and surprised at the same time when it happened and didn't think it was related to me at all. He just thought it was crazy good luck type of thing that happened to him today. Then, when I came over, he saw me put my monster in the fridge, not the usual drink I have in the morning, and he began to have an intrusive thought of what if it was me that bought all those vending machine items. He doubted it, but was still curious, and that's why he looked at my card, because his app shows him the last 4 digits of the card making the purchase. Skullface, skullface, skullface. Anyways, this happened a few days ago, and that night he was cold with me all night. He hasn't been the same since, even though I apologized and let him know I was just trying to help. Am I the asshole for hurting his pride, or should he just have let it go and forgave me? I don't know what else I can do to make it up to him, to be honest.
So I guess he's upset because he thought it was like an actual sale and maybe he's feeling like you pity him?
Right?
Question mark?
Yeah.
Uh, no, I don't think you're the asshole. You were doing a nice thing. I don't think this shouldn't be seen as like malice. I think you had good intentions and I think I don't know. I think he's afraid that you're pitying him. And he
Possibly.
doesn't want that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think you're an asshole. I think you did a great thing. I guess like maybe just sit him down and see like what bothers you about me purchasing this. Like I thought I was doing something nice. You obviously didn't appreciate it. Like why?
Right.
What are your thoughts?
I think it came from a place of love, and I hope that
I
he
agree.
sees that.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in a serious relationship, like you become like a team and like
Yeah.
financially too, and it seems like they don't live together. They are dating, and so they're not necessarily at that stage of that teamship so
Mm-hmm.
much. So it's like she didn't really know how to approach it. She said that she's tried paying for some things, and he was really resistant to it.
Yeah, and that's probably the same place of like he has too much pride.
She got the feeling that he was embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
So she wanted to pay for things, but he wasn't really like letting
Letting
that
her.
happen.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. Like
Yeah.
I was very insistent on paying for things in the beginning. So I totally see how where she did it out of love and not malice or anything. And I think he should see that. And I think they could totally I think the important thing is that they need to communicate with this and talk about it. And maybe instead of going around it, like just be like, I will cover Valentine's Day this year. You cover it next year. You've been covering everything. Like, I want it to be more balanced. I want to
Yeah.
help out.
I think also like couples it helps when both people feel like they're contributing to the relationship. Like it makes me happy to help you and vice versa. Like sometimes you just want like I don't sometimes you like that is your love language is to like I've been talking about love language a lot
So much love
in the
languages.
last recent episodes, but like sometimes I don't know, you just want to show your love by like doing something nice for your partner, and when they're not letting you do that, then it kind of like makes you feel bad as well. So like I don't know, both sides. I feel like it could benefit both sides if someone really wants to help the other person. You know what I mean? Like it can help that person being helped where they can kind of maybe use the money, and it also helps OP with like she feels like she's doing something nice for you. You know what I mean? Like it's a win-win type of thing. Like you don't yeah, I don't know.
So someone commented said, not the asshole. You did something very kind and also went out of your way to go undiscovered. He's coming from a vulnerable place where his sense of identity is falling apart and his anger is actually from injured pride. Not that he has anything to be embarrassed about, but that's where he is right now. Give him some time, and if he starts to open up again, see if you can talk about ways you can show support that don't make him feel any type of way. Again, you did nothing wrong here, but because of his current circumstances, you need to be aware that you're dealing with a fragile ego.
Yeah. Honestly, well said.
I feel like it definitely could be like repaired and go forward, but that's going to be all up to him with his communication. Like, yeah, he's in a bit of a vulnerable spot, and if he can't admit that and have an open conversation about that with her, the partner, the relationship, then I can't see there being much of a future. And that would be based off of the no communication aspect of it, not the situational aspect of what she did.
I agree. You need to be open with your partner. Like you have to have that open line of communication. And if you just kind of like shut down when you're feeling, I don't know, under pressure, like because of money situations and stuff like that, it doesn't really set like that good base for your relationship. Where like if hard times do come up, then like you can't really rely on your partner to like I don't know, talk through situations with you. It's
exactly because other things are going to come up. Other hard things will happen to you in the future. And you got to make sure that you have a partner who is stable enough to communicate and work your way through it together.
And I feel like, honestly, that can be learned and taught.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like in the beginning of our relationship, you didn't have
I was terrible.
Great communication
no,
at all.
Sucked.
And, you know, I had to do more of that communication up front and be like, this is what is bothering me. This is what I would like you to try to improve on in the future. And you did take those, like...
After a bit, at the beginning, I just shut down.
At the beginning, you did just shut down.
I just shut down.
Yeah, and it was frustrating. But I don't know. I think it also comes with, I guess, age. And she says she's 22. Oh, her boyfriend is 22, so we don't know her age. But 22 is young.
Yep. Exactly. Like, you're at that point of life where society has told you need to find that successful thing. You're out of school, you're 22, it's time to work and build hard and grind, put in the hours, where it's not necessarily like the reality. And like then you see the TikTok stars of like, I made X amount of money last year from this side hustle this. You're at a really building part of your life where it's like, just take a beat, give it some time, let it build, and work on the communication with your partner.
Yeah, just try to get him to open up. And
he doesn't have to carry the world on his shoulders.
Exactly. Exactly. Great phrase.
Yep. All right.
Alrighty.